Okay, well that kind of works. It is ferociously hot in here. I am baking. It's fine. So old me, say middle school me, she needed a lot of improvements. And luckily, through much trial and error and embarrassment, I've slowly become the person I am now. I used to be way less confident than I am now. I've always been sort of an extroverted person, but you can be extroverted and still lack the confidence to be as extroverted as you want to be, and it becomes this serious internal battle, alright? But luckily, I've grown into my extrovertedness. We've made it here, and I've learned some key tips to how to gain confidence. They worked for me. I think they're gonna work for you too. I divided these tips up into 3 pillars of confidence. I divided them up this way because I actually had about 9 things on this list. I wanted this to be simple, and so I categorized it. Look, it's color-coded and everything. The 3 areas that I've divided this up into, and it could be divided differently, are mental, physical, and actions. Pillar number 1 is a mental preparedness to be confident. I can go out and be like Nike and say like, just do it. And yeah, there's that, but you're not gonna be able to just do it if you don't have the confidence to just do it. You know what I mean? You have to get there. And how you can get there is using some of these steps. Asking yourself, why do you care / should you care about what they think? Who are they? Do you even care about their opinion? If so, why are you letting it stop you from doing it? Also, reflect on what you're grateful for. I don't want to be the person who has like a huge plate in front of you and be like, eat it! There are starving children in Africa! It's not guilt tripping like that, but if you reflect on what you're grateful for every day, it does put things into perspective, being like, okay, I have all this opportunity and it's so amazing, why not? That's more of what I'm aiming at. Then also, what are you gonna regret more? Doing it or not doing it? Ooh, that question has gotten me so far in life, because so often we stop ourselves from doing the stuff that we want to do because we're like, oh, I think I might regret it, or it might hold me back from doing this other thing. But then when you think, yeah, I might regret it, but what am I gonna regret more? Doing it or not doing it? And that's the big one. I've mentioned this quote on my channel before. It's, nothing will keep you up longer at night than the question, what if I didn't quit? And ooh, that gets me, that gets you. What if I didn't quit, bro? It goes with that. It's regret. It's the fear of regret. Do not fear failure, but please be terrified of regret. Because at the end of the day, if you fail, who cares? And I mean literally, who cares? People always say that, but think about it. Who cares? Probably only you. So why do you care about it? You know what I mean? If you gave it your all, that's all that you should be judging it off of. Because you might not be at a point where you can do it yet, but at least you tried, and that's the important thing. Because you're gonna regret not trying it, most likely. If you're like me, it's haunting you. It haunts me. Don't let stuff haunt you. And you just gotta let go of what other people think, because why does their opinion matter? Think about it. Why does it matter? You should be doing something if you like it and if you value it and it makes you feel good and / or if it's benefiting others, and not if other people think that it's cool. It makes so much sense when you say it like that, so plainly. It's common sense, but it's also so inherently hard to do, and I've struggled with it. Pillar number 2 is physicality. This is do your hair / dress differently and according to what makes you feel... What? And according to what is going to make you feel the most confident. Have good posture, smile in pictures. If your posture is like slouching and like you have your hair in front and you're like doing this, that's gonna make you more nervous. But if you hold yourself with a posture that's confident, you're going to then be more confident. I don't need to sit here and tell you about power poses. You can Google that yourself. They work. If you don't look confident, you're not gonna feel confident. And that's the whole thing where everyone says that even in quarantine, they don't feel confident when they just wear pajamas all day, and so in order to be productive while still at their house, they still have to get dressed in the morning and go through the motions in order to feel productive and feel like actually doing stuff. It goes right with your mentality, and you can Google this. This is all on the internet, so I'm not going to explain further to you because you get the idea. But I started reading this book called Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman, and let me tell you, he's a psychologist and economist. So he knows a lot about human behavior. I explained this in one of my other videos. So essentially when people were told to do tasks, the people who had held pencils in their mouths before doing the task performed way better than the people who hadn't. Looks stupid, right? The people who held the pencils in their mouth performed way better. Why? Because this. It makes you smile. Even smiling improved the performance. Your actual posture and your demeanor and what you're wearing and how confident it makes you feel, it has a direct correlation with how you actually do feel. So utilize that to your advantage. You have a superpower. You know the secrets. Okay, pillar number 3, your actions. This is the hard parts. These are the ones that's actually applying your confidence, and that is really easy to preach but really hard to practice. Make first contact. If you have no friends and you want friends, go up to someone and initiate that conversation with them. Don't wait for other people to come to you. Nothing's gonna happen. That friendship's not gonna be made if you don't put yourself out there. It's just not how it works. Bro, think before you reply. I had this thing for a long time where when people asked me if I wanted to do something, I would just say no right away. I wouldn't do it. I didn't even consider it as a possibility. If my instinct was to say no. And then after a while, I realized I was missing out on opportunities because I was doing this. And you might not think that this is something that you do, but once you become aware of it, you're gonna probably realize that you do this way more often. Maybe in class, say when the teacher asks for people's opinion and then you don't give your opinion, you're choosing not to do that. You're choosing not to put yourself out there. And just to become aware of that and realize like what's stopping you. And once you start engaging in that way, bro, doors are opened. The third part of the third pillar is don't be afraid of embarrassment. A lot of times we miss out on opportunities, or we're afraid to go out and take advantage of opportunities because we're afraid of embarrassment and like what people are gonna think of. But listen, embarrassment is in the mind, alright? It's a mental block. Not to sound too Tony Robbins right now, but when you do something embarrassing, who's gonna remember? Probably only you. It's not that big a deal, and it can seem like the biggest deal in the moment, but it's not. And I think that confidence just comes down to realizing life is short and you only get one of them, and if you don't take advantage of opportunities while you have them, it's gonna lead to regret, and that's a really scary thing. Regret is a really scary thing. And so it just comes down to analyzing yourself and being like, is this the person I want to be? Am I gonna be happy if I live the rest of my life like the person I am right now? If the answer is yeah, pretty happy, but there's always room for improvement, I think that's the best place to be. But if the answer is no, I know I'm missing out on opportunity and I'm not enjoying life to the fullest, then is the time to channel the power of the 3 pillars. Okay, the buses are coming to the school, so it's about to get really loud. I love you. Thank you for watching.